Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. I'm Papa Boris, and here we are playing some more Overfall. In the first video, I explained some of the basics of the game. We also sailed around, picked up resources, and actually had a fight. Thank God. Alright, so now let's go ahead and basically just leave that event and do some healing. So Bernadine here has taken a bunch of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and have her eat some food. I'm not gonna go up to the maximum, however, because that might be a waste. It might be that in the first round of combat there's nothing for her to do except put a numbing light on herself, or maybe she faithful pulls Clovis and ends up getting the heal. So, you know, it's nice to have a little bit of a cushion so that you can save some food, basically. We have 16 frags, so I could go to a bazaar and get an upgrade or two, but well, why not just save up more money and then decide later if it's more important for me to either purchase more food or to purchase more upgrades. We got 2 reputation with the Forsaken, so they're my most advanced. I'm still not giving up hope on the Hollow, the Elves, or the Dwarves entirely. I happen to get a bunch of like random little events that boost my reputation with different people, but the Forsaken seem to be my most likely candidate at the moment. Let's go ahead and sail down away from all these goblins because I don't particularly care about them. Can you help me with reaching the AD town? This is probably some kind of reference. Oh, okay. Alcoholics Dustonimus or something? Alright, let's go. Alright, they are Anonymous Dustolics. Hilarious. Okay. So we got a goblin reputation there. Okay, so now we do have goblin reputation. Okay, goblin ship, will you give me a quest? For the goblins? Oh, I got into the island. Alright, we got a tailor here who's doing something. I don't live here. Okay, that's awesome. Glad that happened. Goblin! Oh, so this is where I could use some dust to try to catch up with the ship more easily. Directions to the homeland. They won't give it. Can't fight them. Or don't want to fight them. They don't give me the quest. Alright, that was unfortunate. Alright, let's go to... Okay, this ship is coming at me. This is actually worth doing. I should have not ignored it. Basically, you might have noticed that my 3rd adventurer slot got unlocked. So, oh my god, wait a minute. Okay, oh my god, I screwed up. I'm sorry. I got a little bit ahead of myself. Okay, my 3rd adventurer slot got unlocked. However, to hire another adventurer, you do need to have a rune. And since I used both of my starting runes to put a blessing on my warrior and my cleric, I don't have a rune with which to hire a 3rd party member. So that was probably just a mistake, and I shouldn't have done that. I don't normally find altars that early, but here I did. I was like, oh, let's just do this. And I forgot about needing a rune to hire new adventurers. So I can't, get any, get an adventurer from them just yet. Let's see if they have any runes to share. Okay. We'll open a trade if you want. Alright, let's see. 1 rune for 12 frags. That is pretty expensive. I don't think I want to do that. I'll try to find a rune myself. Any events we can participate in? I don't really want to do the arena. And any rumors of Discord. This will give us a quest. Okay, shoot. That was silly of me. We do need to try to... God, get away. We do need to try to get, another rune at some point. Alright, here's a play. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. And we do some acting. Let's do that. Apparently that wasn't correct. Alright, that was the right line. We get some dust, we get some food. Alright. Maybe I should have taken the adventurers up on their trade and just gotten the rune that I needed. Well, let's go to this quest here. We'll manage with 2 characters for a little bit longer. Alright, here's a sad bard. Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him some more. Okay, this conversation's not going well. Oh, alright, we got 7 frags and 3 food. Alright, I definitely would trade 12 frags for a rune right now so I can hire another adventurer. So let's do this. Are you guys still willing to talk to me? Let's make a trade. Yes, let's do this. Alright, normally you shouldn't have to do this, because I could have had so many more frags for, like, upgrades and stuff, but I feel like it was worth it compared to trying to just get a rune normally. So, now that we have a rune, we can try to recruit somebody. Here is how this system works. So first of all, you have to unlock a slot, and I don't actually know, like, at what rate the slots get unlocked, but it happens sort of quickly in this game. And once you do, you find an adventurer ship, and you can pay them a rune to give you somebody. Now, the thing is that there's obviously a lot of adventurers, only 4 of them are unlocked at the beginning, so there's a lot of unlocking that can be done as you play the game. The other thing about the adventurers that you hire is they're not actually as good as the 2 adventurers that you start with, because they cannot be resurrected at altars, they don't level up, and you cannot upgrade their weapons, and you cannot upgrade their skills. So you really have to, like, you know, make do with what they are at the beginning. I recommend for your first game picking one of these 2, the Pyromancer or the Hunter, because they stay more in the back. And obviously, you know, if we're talking about someone who can't be resurrected, having them be a little bit more protected is a good thing. I'm a big fan of the Hunter. I highly recommend him. So let's go ahead and pick him up. You pay them a rune, they tell you where the person is, and then you go to a place and actually acquire him. Okay, can we go together for a while? He joins. Awesome. So now we have 3 people, so now we can handle some tougher battles. But what I really want to do is find some more Forsaken and increase my reputation. That's a dwarf ship. I guess I'll settle for that. Oh, hey, we got a mob of bandits. Well, they got 3 bandits. 1 seems to be melee, the other 2 are ranged. So let's go ahead and do another fight. Now, when you're fighting people with ranged abilities, it's really important that you do not put yourself in AoE formation. This is one of the biggest mistakes I've seen people make in YouTube videos. They're like, oh, let me just go here. And it's like, no, don't do that, because then when the enemy uses AoE attacks, you're going to get hit. So you want to spread people out so that one AoE attack can't hit 2 people at once. Now here, it's a little bit tricky because I do want him to be in line for a faithful pull. So I want him to be in line with the cleric, and if I put him like here, then it's going to be impossible to like make the hunter not be you know, with an AoE formation of him. But I'll take that chance. That's fine. I'll just I'll move him here, just to make sure that no AoE attacks will target 2 of my party members. All right. I can put Unbreakable on, and I will. It's the only utility skill that makes any difference right now, and they might have some bleed or damage effects that I can block that way. Alright, he unfortunately got to go before my hunter and my cleric could move aside, so they both got hit. Luckily, it was a miss. So I can faithful pull the hunter. Now, this is annoying. Oh, shoot. You know, maybe I should have moved my guy in front of the cleric, so I could have faithful pulled him. But yeah, if I had moved him here or here, he would have gotten hit by the AoE attack, so I'm not that regretful. If I do this, it will put some resistance on the hunter, some protection, and it has a 30% chance of healing her. I don't really see I'm going to have a better time of it, so let's just do it now. Okay, so I can Numbing Light, or I can try to dispel this guy. Oh, hang on a minute, I can't dispel, it's not in range. So I can Numbing Light herself, that seems fine, just to heal up. And I can't hit this guy with my hammer. So that might have been a tactical error. Maybe if I had forgone the faithful pull, I could have actually damaged this guy. That would have been perhaps smarter than what I did. Whoops. Well, let's Holy Nova and heal her. Alright, so this guy comes up. He should just be melee only, I'm hoping. He goes hidden. Okay. So he's in the spot. He can't be seen or targeted. And this guy's going to get whacked for a very trivial amount of damage. Alright, so let's talk about the Hunter. The Hunter has Mending the Retreat. He moves 3 spaces and heals 1 space for every step moved. Obviously, I don't need to heal at the moment, so we can just forget about that. There is a guy here. And with the Hunter, a lot of his stuff has a range of 5. So there's range of 4, range 5. He has an AoE attack. Unfortunately, the enemy is wisely keeping themselves not in AoE formation. So I probably want to try to Serpent Arrow this dude here, the melee person, which would cripple him and make him, you know, not be able to reach my allies. Or I could just do a Deadly Shot, which deals the most damage, and try to get to work on this guy here. That seems like a pretty logical sequence of steps. So let's see, I'm going to avoid being in AoE formation. So we're going to put the Hunter there. Then I'm going to do Smoke Arrow. Smoke Arrow is a really good skill. What it does is it applies blind in an area, and blind makes it impossible for ranged casters to hit anyone who isn't adjacent to them. I could do the Flare, which would make this guy unhidden, and it would also remove one of his buffs. So that's a possibility, but I like the idea of blinding this caster back here and getting to work. Alright, so now we'll just Deadly Shot. Oh my god, I didn't get close enough for the Deadly Shot. Yeah, the Hunter is weirdly very slow. He cannot move 3 spaces. He only gets to move 2 spaces, which is kind of weird. So let's go ahead and just deadly shot this guy then. That's fine. And then start to work on his very low total. Alright, can I hit that guy with a heroic leap? I can, and I will. Just really want to focus fire as much as possible. So now I can incapacitate him. That seems good. So this guy is blind, so he can't attack at range, and this guy will be incapacitated, so he won't be able to attack. So this stops a lot of the AoE damage threatening my team. I could do a cleave, which will apply mortal wounds. Does this guy actually have any healing going on him? Nope. So there's really no point. Let's just go ahead and chop and stack the bleeding. I should mention here real quick, everything that stacks either stacks by duration or by intensity. So by intensity means if you get more than 1 bleed on, they accumulate. Intensity means it makes the effect last longer. Okay, what I'm going to do here is just move to this square. So this does a couple of things. It puts me in range of him. It keeps everybody out of AoE formation. I could dispel the charm, which I am going to do, because charm means you cannot attack the person who charmed you. And I actually would like my warrior to be able to attack this guy. Now, another possibility is I could see if the hunter could finish him off, but he does have, let's see, what is that, 4 health? The hunter should be able to kill him, so maybe I don't need to charm him. In fact, maybe, hold on a minute, there's no reason to dispel this thing at all, because he's gonna die when the hunter hits him or when I use retribution on him. So that's unfortunate. Numbing Light's what I'd like to use, but I can't. So what we'll do is I guess we'll just... no, I need to dispel him to get the reduction off. Right. That way the retribution should be the killing blow. There we go. Okay, that was the right play. I had to dispel the protection and then kill him. Now the charm's going to make no difference because the person who charmed him is dead. So he's blind. He can't hit anyone who's not adjacent to him. So he can put a utility on himself, but that's all he can do. Alright, now the enemies put themselves in AoE formation, which is awesome for my hunter. Gonna go ahead and, let's see, I can either remove some buffs from them, 1 buff from this guy, or Smoke Arrow would have been good. Alas, it's not to be. So I can either remove a buff or I can Stability, Aegis, and Fury. So Stability basically makes you invulnerable to things that would, like, prevent you from acting. Like it would prevent you from being immobilized and disarmed. Fury doubles your crit chance and Aegis makes you more evasive. I feel like that's more valuable than just getting rid of evasion and defiance, especially because this is not the guy we're necessarily attacking. Or is it? Should we just attack him? He is the AoE person, so he's probably the most dangerous. Let's see, he has 12 health. This guy has 12 as well. I'm not really sure it matters who we attack, so let's just go ahead for the damage. And we'll do a volley. So a volley is an AoE and it gives chilled half the time. Chilled means that your skills proc half as often. So if you have like a skill that, you know, works 50% of the time, it'll work 25% of the time. So it's not that great of a debuff, honestly, but the AoE aspect is what's significant. Alright, so this guy, he cannot cleave them both because they are separate, but this guy's at 12, at 6 out of 12, so I think he might actually be executable. Let me go ahead and Unbreakable to get rid of some of these debuffs and see if we can just execute this guy. Yep, we could, that's awesome. Now, this guy is enraged. What can I do to him? Nothing but Numbing Light would be good to put on my guy. So what we're going to do here, being in AoE formation doesn't matter because it's only the melee person who's left. So let's Numbing Light my warrior, taking some damage, and we'll use my Wave of Light skill. You can see it's kind of weird. I target the space in front of me, but I hit in a wave, so I will actually damage that person. Okay, so he gets to go. He gets 1 more turn to do damage before he dies. He buffs himself, hits me for 3, which isn't the end of the world. The hunter never got hit, so he never needed this Mending Retreat. So we can kind of try to game the system a bit. If I kill this guy right now, I'm going to miss a tick of regeneration. And this debuff Chilled doesn't actually make any difference. Oh, I beg your pardon. Chilled is having your crit rate. It's something else that makes your skills proc half as often. So having a crit rate's really not that big of a deal. So yeah, I don't really want to kill this guy because I would actually much rather have Clovis or Bernadine kill him and have Clovis get the extra regeneration. And on top of that, if Clovis misses, Bernadine can still finish the guy off. So we'll just skip this. Let's go ahead and remove his buff. Note that he can't be blinded because remember, blind is an ability that prevents you from doing stuff, and you are invulnerable to things that prevent you from doing stuff when you are the last enemy. I don't think that actually works for the people. It only works for the bad guys in this game. The last bad guy left becomes this enraged thing. Okay, so there's not much to do here. I can't incapacitate him because he's enraged, so let's go ahead and do Earthcrack, make him vulnerable. Let's see if we can chip him to death. We can. Alright, they're dead at my feet. What did I get? Ah, Clovis is sneaky. Successful direct hits have a 10% chance to apply hidden, so hidden means you cannot be directly targeted. We got 4 food and 2 dust, which is nice. We could use that dust later on, and the food certainly is nice to have. Alright, so let's pause and heal up Clovis. Let's go to 25. That should be enough. 25 is still just like way more than the enemies. At this point, we're going to pick up this box of resources here. 4 dust is actually really good. Let's go to... Oh, hang on a minute. I don't want to go to the altar. There's no reason for me to be here. I didn't see that. Okay, let's go to this place. Volcanic Island Settlement Dwarf. Sure. I wouldn't really mind finding some Forsaken, or really anybody who I can increase my reputation with. Oh, right. These are the dwarf... Okay, these are the dwarven lands. When you get to the homelands of a race, they tell you to GTFO. Let's go ahead and talk to the guild fighter, though. So this is where you can improve your utility skills. Basically, you can spend 5 dust. Tragically, I have 9, so I can only do this once. To improve one of your utility skills, you don't get to choose what benefit you get, but you will get some benefit. So I want to improve Incapacitate, which immobilizes and disarms the enemy. Earthcrack or Unbreakable. I think of all of these, the one that's the most useful is Incapacitate, because I'm almost certainly going to use that in every single fight. So let's see what we get. 30% chance to apply Vulnerable. So there's a 30% chance that not only will I stop them from moving and from attacking, but on top of that, they'll take an extra damage from all sources for a turn. So that's pretty cool. So it's a lot of dust, but on the other hand, dust isn't that useful. I don't care that much about sailing faster, so maybe there's something I'm missing here. I could go to the dwarf ships and see if maybe they'll like give me some dwarf quests, because I do need to start getting reputation. We're already up to the first bar here for the invaders. Alright, Cloaked Man. Okay. Cool. Awesome, he's a warlock. Can you join me? Alright, that's fine. Alright, sweet. So we just unlocked this dude. So now in future playthroughs we can pick him. And... oh, I cannot ask him to join me. Because I have this 4th spot locked. I think if that had been unlocked, I could have asked him to join me right there. As it is, it's pretty cool. We unlocked the warlock for future playthroughs, and that's fine. Alright, Jester stand-up comedy routine. We can rob the place. Or we can make fun of the Jester. I don't really know what's going to happen if I rob. Well, let's increase our elf reputation. So elves are now at +2 as well. But I don't see any ships sailing around for any of the races, so it's hard for me to get quests from them to increase my reputation. Okay. So really only one option here. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's help out somehow. Alright, let's pick the yellow option. Cool, so we got goblin reputations. Now goblins are at +2, so everyone's going up, but I'm not like pile driving any one place. We got 2 inns here, which I unfortunately traded my 12 frags for a rune because I stupidly used a rune at the beginning that I really shouldn't have done. Alright, let's go ahead and keep exploring. It's a troll. Alright, so trolls are very difficult. This one has 40 hit points. It has a very high movement speed, crazy abilities, and deals tons of damage. Luckily, you know, it is just one enemy, or else this would definitely be a big problem. Alright, so let's see. Let's move Clovis to the back. We're gonna incapacitate this troll to stop it from attacking next time. Didn't get the vulnerable thing, but that's fine. Let's chip, chop, chip. Alright, got some bleed on, and I'm gonna faithful pull the hunter, even though I obviously don't need to move him. Might as well do this to heal it up and get some protection to cut out the bleeding. So I can, see, screaming at the troll, first of all, I can't do it because I didn't move, but second of all, it's not even that valuable because The troll is fast enough to come back after being feared. So the most logical thing is either to dispel this stuff. I don't need the speed, I don't need the bleeding. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and put numbing light on him. So if the troll continues to attack him, the damage, or the damage will be regenerated, or it might be evaded. Okay, so we'll go ahead and try to confuse him to stop his utility skills, and we got it. Which is actually pretty good for this against this troll, since some of the troll's utility skills are crazy. Now, Mending Retreat, unfortunately, if I use this... Oh, hey, this doesn't care about the fact that I'm crippled. Good to know. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and heal 2 spaces. And you might say, Boris, why didn't you move an extra space? Well, I want him to be here so that when she comes up and does a Holy Nova, it heals everybody. And that's worth the extra, giving up the extra point of healing. So blind makes no difference. Removing buffs makes no difference, and this thing isn't hidden. So the only thing that matters is Fury. So now I have twice as high of a crit chance, and I have Stability, which again prevents you from being affected by any debuff that would prevent you from acting. This is the same thing that enemies get when they're enraged. Luckily, this troll is not enraged, or this fight would be so much harder. All right, we're gonna go ahead and stack some bleed on this troll. It's just the highest damage thing I've got. Let's try to bring it down as quickly as possible. Okay, so it can't attack. That's nice. I can do a heroic leap, and I probably should have actually done this in the first round. I definitely should have done this in the first round, so that I deal just like extra damage to the troll. So we'll do it now. Better late than never. Okay, I can Unbreakable to stop the troll from doing stuff, but let's go ahead and do Earthcrack to make it take an extra damage from all sources. That seems fine. I can Cleave it, which, since it is bleeding, would give it mortal wounds. If it was planning to heal itself, that would decrease the effectiveness of the healing by half. I don't know if the troll does have healing. If it doesn't, then I'm just wasting extra damage by not applying these chops, but let's go ahead and do this. All right, so now it's at half health. It's ready for an execute. Let's go ahead and let's see. Scream I don't think makes a whole lot of sense because the troll can just get back. So the only thing I can really do here that's useful is dispel the bleed on the hunter. And we'll go ahead and Holy Nova to just top everybody off and deal damage to the troll. All right, now the hunter can step away because he's been fully healed. I can remove a buff. He has no buffs. I can make him blind. That makes no difference. So I'm just going to pass. There's really no reason to do either of those utilities. And Volley makes him chilled, which makes him less likely to crit half the time. And then this gives him poison and crippled. So the poison is worth it compared to the extra damage from the Volley. All right, so the guy's going to get one more hit on the team, which is unfortunate. Luckily, it was a miss, which is really cool. Nobody needs healing. I topped everybody off. So, yeah. This troll buffed itself, so it's basically immune to anything. So there's really no point in trying to incapacitate it. And we'll see if we can execute this thing. Obviously, Chip would have been just as good, or Chop would have been just as good. All right, it's pretty good. Beat the troll, got 2 food. That's really not that valuable for, you know, how intense that fight was, but that's fine. What I could do is I could actually go and trade off some of the food for money and use the money to buy upgrades. That's an interesting possibility. I'm actually not that thrilled with the upgrade system in this game, so I don't want to use up my food. I'd rather just keep it because shit can go down, shit can get bad at some point, and I'll need the money later on. All right, let's talk to this person. Okay. All right, tell us a story. Ah, bitty boo, do do. Okay, cool. Yes. All right, let's go on. And there's a story. Blah blah blah. There's more of a story. Yes. Okay. We got frags and a ton of food. Wow. All right, that's pretty cool. So I'm glad I did all that clicking. All right, we're being chased by a Vorn ship. So these are the bad guys of the game. I could spend some dust to outrun them. Let's go to the inn here. So I can buy some food. Oh, right. The inns are stupid. You can either buy food, which I don't need, or gamble, which I definitely don't need. So let's just get out of here. I want the bazaar, actually, is what would be nice to have. Because in a bazaar, you can actually buy the upgrades. All right, that Vorn is probably going to find me, so we might have to do a hard fight here. Okay. The Everguards. Alright, let's do a fight. Okay, so I get to pick 2 people. Well, let's see. The Ritualist and the Shaman, the Warrior and the Ritualist. Alright, I think we want like one person to just run up to the front and deal damage, and one person to like do stuff from behind the scenes. Or I could just pick both of the people to run up to the front and take as much damage as possible, but let's try the Brute and the Shaman. Okay, this is a tough fight, so there's 4 enemies, but we do have 5 on 4. In these situations, you don't get to control the AI, they work for you, but they're pretty smart. Alright, this guy gets to go first, which is a bit scary, because if he can actually reach back here, he can hit a bunch of people at once. Luckily, he can't. Predator gets to go. This seems like a melee person. But he has an area of effect debuff. Alright, what is this? Crippled and bone poor. Ouch. Alright, so I don't think I can reach, because that guy didn't get crippled. Do I want to do a leap to deal some extra damage to him, or do I want to just walk up and save the leap to get these back row assholes? I'm going to go ahead and just walk up and save my heroic leap for later. I'm going to go ahead and incapacitate this guy to stop him from attacking, because he has some pretty good attacks, and I don't want him to run away from here. We will chip, chop, chip, and deal some damage. This guy is, that must be the Shaman, I guess. This is the Brute? Yeah, that looks like a Brute. This guy dealt lightning damage from a distance, so I'm guessing that was the Shaman. Alright, here we're going to get hit with some AoE, unfortunately. Luckily, nope, just a single target attack. Alright, we're getting pretty lucky here. They're not, either they don't have AoE or they're just not using it on us. There was some AoE, but it's the 2 helpers that got it, so I don't care. So we got a couple different options. I can heal my Hunter a little bit. Or I can heal this dude. Now, if I heal this dude, there's no benefit after the battle. But maybe he'll stick around longer. He's got 5 health. It's going to drop to 3. He's got mortal wounds, so healing is less effective. Yeah, why don't we heal him? Putting the protection on him is good too, because he's got bone poor. Alright, now I can do some debuffing. So I can dispel some of his crap, or I can just try to heal him. But he does have this mortal wound, so healing him isn't that effective. I think we will take a moment here to either dispel this enemy, haste and regeneration. Yeah, I definitely don't want him regenerating, so let's let this Shaman die, which could be potentially a very short-sighted and tragically poor decision, and just go boing-a-loing on that thing. Okay, so the Hunter should be able to kill this guy with a volley. So what I want to do is think. I want to target these guys with blind. Blind has a range of 5. I need to hit this square or this square, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do need to step up. Do I want to use Mending Retreat? How many total hit points do I have? Oh, it's 18. So I can Mending Retreat for 2. I might as well. I hate to be in AoE range, but I am going to take care of 2 of their magic users by blinding them. So that's fine. I think that's worth it. Let's do this. Heal up. My reduction stops me from taking damage from Bone Poor, which is good, because otherwise I would have taken 3 damage this turn. So let's go ahead and blind these assholes, so they can't attack anybody who's not next to them. And then for the volley, I'm actually going to finish this guy off. I think that's the most logical thing. So using Faithful Pull there was really good. I urge you to use Faithful Pull aggressively, because that protection I got from the Faithful Pull saved 3 damage on the Hunter. Okay, now we can do a heroic leap, and I think it's worth it here. So we're going to go ahead and get to work on this guy while damaging this guy. Vulnerable, do I need that? Execute is 4+3, so it will kill him. So I don't need to make him vulnerable. I don't need to make this guy vulnerable because I'm not attacking him, so I think the most logical thing is just to make myself unbreakable. And then we're going to hopefully not miss with this attack and finish that guy off. Boom. Alright, the Shaman steps forward. Dual axe-wielding Shaman, and unfortunately this guy had protection. Absorb. It's different from protection. It's technically a different keyword. Absorb blocked the damage. Okay, this Shaman might just bite it in the ass right here. Yeah, so I didn't heal him, so the Shaman died. No regrets. Alright, let's see. I think we want to use Wave of Light to attack both of these people. So we're going to go here. And, Numbing Light. Can I reach this orc? I should have actually thought about that. Yeah, Scream just doesn't make any sense, so I might as well do that. And she got the 30% chance to get it on herself, which maybe isn't that relevant. But we can hit both of them with an AoE. Very good. The Hunter now used his AoE. But what I can do is I can strip this buff with my Flare. I don't really see any reason to move, so we'll stay put. Going to strip this guy's buff with the Flare. And now, I think I just want to deal as much damage as possible. So we'll just do Deadly Shot. Make that guy bleed. Boom. Alright, hopefully this guy stays adjacent to that guy. Perfect. Oh, I got feared. Shit, this is bad. This is actually really bad because Wait, aren't I feared? Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I don't know what happened. I thought I got feared. I don't know how I shook that off. I don't think I have anything to get rid of, yeah, I don't think I have anything to get rid of debuffs. So I'm not sure why I didn't run away, or maybe that wasn't fear, maybe that was something else, but whatever. I'll step forward. And here, let's incapacitate this guy. And remember, cleave can hit 2 enemies at once. That's what makes the skill useful. If you're all in kind of a triangle together, that's when you cleave. And I got a critical hit on this guy and killed the other guy. Oh, it's this guy who got feared. All right, that's fine. So he's gonna miss his turn, basically. But that's really irrelevant. All my guys are at full health, so all I want to do is kill this guy. Let's just step up. And there's none of these do anything. I guess I can dispel that guy in case some really weird stuff happens, but the Holy Nova should do the job. Bonk! Alright, that was a pretty good fight. So we get Orc Reputation and some food, and everybody's at full health, so really can't complain about that. And I think that's a wrap for this video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you did, and I'll see you again soon with some more Overfall. Take care.